Ma'am, stop yelling! Stop yelling! Stop yelling!
In front of the police, she told her son to get the machine gun, the AR-15, and kill all these niggas out here.
It started with shouting from a house and ended with felony charges.
Sir, to tell me, get the inside, that's a threat!
A shaken husband, damaged cars, and bizarre claims left officers with more questions than answers. What really happened behind that door? September 12th, 2021, Savannah, Georgia. Police responded to reports of a woman causing chaos in a quiet neighborhood. What they found was far more serious: damaged property, shaken neighbors, and mental health concerns. This wasn't just a disturbance. It was a crisis waiting to explode.
Ma'am, stop yelling! Stop yelling! Stop yelling so I can address the situation. Please. Please stop yelling so I can address what's going on. I'm here. Please stop yelling. Please. Okay, I understand that. Well, please stop yelling. Please stop yelling. Okay, can you see me? Can you please stop yelling?
I'm gonna report you for police misconduct.
Stop yelling.
To make a long story short, she damaged our property. Her husband said he'll pay for it. As long as he pay for it, we ain't got no problem.
Okay.
Now, the other night, she came out the house with a gun on my children. We reported that. Now, tonight, she scratched up the cars. Now, he said he'll pay for it. There he is. And if he pay for it,
That's your wife, sir?
Yes.
we ain't got no problems.
I was just trying to settle her down because I can't think with all of the yelling going on.
She just what she put on my car just now.
Terroristic threats.
Yeah, I told you the other night. She told us.
Right here.
Yeah, I see the scratching on that one.
And right up here. She keyed my car
Did this happen?
last night.
Multiple neighbors came forward with serious allegations. They claimed the woman had previously damaged property, issued threats, and acted in ways that raised safety concerns for both adults and children. According to them, this was not an isolated incident, but part of a troubling pattern that had been escalating over several nights.
What's wrong with your wife?
No, it's a mental health issue. That's as simple as that. She's been in the hospital for about a year. She's been out for the last 2.5 years. A couple nights ago was the first issue that she's really had with anyone. You know, it was heartbreaking, and so was this. I don't really know what to say. A few years ago, she had a diagnosis, but when she was released from the hospital, she didn't have a diagnosis. She's on probation right now. Yeah, it's just real heartbreaking.
Can you tell me about this stuff here?
I'm worrying about it right now. I'm ready to go to bed, and next thing I know, I hear the door opening, and I'm like, what's going on? She's out here. So I guess she put that sign on the car, and then she started screaming about no parking in the house.
You saw her, you were aware when she was outside, or did you know when she came outside and started doing any of this?
Well, I heard the door open, and I came to the front, and I saw her out here. And I said, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? Get back inside. And then she started screaming. And then I got her back inside eventually.
Oh, he said she has some mental issues that she's been suffering through, not diagnosed with anything. When I got here, she was in the window right here yelling, and I kind of yelled back for her to calm down so I could figure out what's going on. So when I get out here...
The woman's husband, clearly overwhelmed, spoke to police about her mental health history. He mentioned past hospitalizations and noted her behavior had recently worsened. While he offered to pay for damages, officers recognized that this went beyond a civil dispute. Emotional distress was apparent, but so was the potential for harm.
Was it a knife?
No, a gun. Last night in front of the police, she told her son to get the machine gun, the AR-15, and kill all these niggas out here. In front of the police, that's a terroristic threat. Y'all say, well, the only thing they're going to do is fingerprint her and let her go because it's a misdemeanor. When a terroristic threat becomes a misdemeanor, that's a felony. They go to evidence right there again tonight when she threatened to goddamn burn everybody up, killing them, burning everybody up. But y'all going to sit there and say, oh, no.
For my sister-in-law.
So you got the note right here on the car. As you know, the car isn't in violation of anything. It's not blocking nobody's mailbox. It's not blocking nobody's driveway.
Okay, officer, look here.
So you got the note.
Pretty much that it was known that she has a mental issue, that they cannot take her to jail because of COVID, that we did not have her on video with the gun or anything. They said there was no guns in the house, so they cannot do nothing. Said it's good that we just keep a paper trail on her, so if something does happen, then y'all already know that we have been calling.
Look like she took something and cracked my top right there. As long as he paid for my stuff, I ain't got no problem.
What do you estimate this damage is gonna come to?
This top probably $900.
Okay.
Now over here, to paint the side of this car, you know they got to paint the whole side of this car. This a new car. He's probably looking at maybe $3,000 right there. I don't know.
And I don't know
do anything else to the car.
I don't know
Because
it's black. Yes.
She scratched the car right here.
This is what happened. You have the scratches here. They said this was done last night. He estimated this is going to be about $3,000. I can't honestly say it'll be that, but I'm sure it's going to be about $500. And then he just showed me this, the top of his Corvette, where it's going to be cracked. So, all in all, you have this damage here, which...
For the incident that happened the other night, but I was told by the officers that were here about it. I mean, any reason why out of nowhere she decides to just come out and try and disturb the peace?
It's not about anyone here. She should be yelling at the stars. So she has her imagination. It's paranoid, delusional stuff.
And since then, you haven't, talked to her and, let her know, like, hey, you know what, maybe we should go and, just again, to get you checked again. Maybe there'd be another different,
Most of the time she's fine.
Right.
Just some of the times it's, high drama, and like I said, it has nothing to do with the neighbors here. It could be anything could set her off like that. So.
Okay, so tell me exactly what was she doing when you came out and how y'all caught her?
When I came out, she was coming from the side of the car right here.
Okay.
And she was screaming and yelling, telling, saying about how she was going to kill people and all this right here, and calling the nigger gypsies and all this right here that we are, Muslim terrorists, all kind of names. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you this right here, that is a felony. We all got some type of mental issues. You hear me? So if you want to say this, oh, she got mental issues, that's abuse. How many people went to jail today, especially black people that went to jail tonight in Savannah, that has mental issues, but you still took them to jail? This person that sat here and
looked like she was trying to open up my damn door.
They go her fingerprints, all that right on the car, and look right here. And then she got this letter right here, this note right here, on here, and y'all still sitting there and say, oh, we're not going to do anything to her. But if it's the other way around, y'all would, guess what? If there was a black person in there, y'all would have had about 20 cars here, and y'all would have kicked in the door and went in and drug her out and took her to jail and let the courts decide whether she got mental issues or not. You hear me? But y'all doing that. Y'all don't want to talk to nobody. Okay. We're going to go talk to her white husband, and we're going to see what he's got to say, because his word means more than everything. I don't care, but we all crazy. We all have some type of mental issue. But this is a felony. What I'm trying to tell you is right here.
I want to just ask for calm right now so we can figure out the appropriate charge and our course of action.
Let's do that, because I don't appreciate being called a whore.
An inspection of nearby vehicles revealed physical evidence: deep scratches, cracked surfaces, and a threatening note left on one car. The damage exceeded $5,000, legally qualifying it as criminal damage to property in the second degree. Combined with witness statements, the case shifted from neighborhood conflict to felony investigation.
Smith, could you show us where your wife is at in the house?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm Officer Thomas with Savannah Police Department.
Did you come to meet with me?
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, can you go ahead and place your hands behind your back, ma'am?
Why?
You're under arrest for criminal damage to property in the second degree.
What property did I damage in my property, sir?
Ma'am, please don't resist
No,
us.
respect.
We're going to explain everything to
What
you.
property did I damage, Daniel?
Just go ahead and put your other hand.
Well, what property did I damage?
We'll let you know. Just put your other hand.
No, what did I do?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
In the note you put on the car, everything that adds up to criminal damage in the property in the second degree.
I'm the owner of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm waiting for the police because I just called the police.
Okay, we are the police you called.
No, you are the guy that...
And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to ask you to place your hands behind your back, okay?
You're supposed to arrest them, not me, Daniel! Daniel, talk to me! What property did I... Daniel, talk to me! They can't park in front of my home, I own!
But you can't go out there and scratch the vehicle up, ma'am.
What did...
They observed you doing it.
What vehicle did I scratch? That vehicle is not scratched! Since when they can come and park in front of my house? That's a life-threatening threat!
Lower your voice.
Sir, to tell me, get the inside, that's a threat! You tell them that I didn't do anything, they can park in front of my house and threaten Errol!
Calm down. No one's threatening Errol.
They can't park! You're not here! Telling me get inside, they can't park!
They can park anywhere. It's a public street.
Not in front of my house I own! How can that be a public street?
It's a public street.
Why aren't you just telling me it's a public street, the home I bought?
What?
This home I bought, they can't park from that space to that space and threaten me!
Nobody's threatening us.
47.
When is the car scratched? The car is scratched nowhere! Who touched the car?
I don't know.
Well then say that! Which car, sir, did we scratch? We scratched no vehicle, you look at me!
Let's go this way, ma'am. Okay.
You're making a
Turn to
mistake,
your left.
sir. That car is not touched anywhere.
It's damaged.
That
And
vehicle?
they observed you scratching it, ma'am.
No, it's
Watch your
no
head,
one
watch
that
your head.
scratched it themselves.
47 to 46.
Get everything logged in and then get CRN cards drawn up. The charge, because the damage exceeds $500 and you have witnesses who observe her do it, that's why the charge is criminal damage in the property in the 2nd degree. We're going to see if we can take her to Memorial and see if she can get some kind of emergency treatment or at least an evaluation so we can figure out what's going on. And that's where she's going at. But I'll get you everything further that I need for you to know. I'm just going to go ahead and get some odds and ends tied up with this call. All right.
As officers prepared to make an arrest, the woman reacted emotionally and challenged their decision. Her version of events contradicted what neighbors reported and what police observed. Her statements, though intense, lacked consistency. Officers had to weigh claims of victimization against physical evidence and witness testimony.
Yes.
Please tell my husband to get me 1 bottle of water and Benadryl because of asthma, please. I can't breathe.
Why didn't you take them before?
I can't breathe right now.
What do you mean you can't breathe?
I can't breathe right now. Please tell him.
You mean you're breathing right now, right?
I can't breathe right
No,
now.
you're breathing. It's okay. You'll be fine.
1 bottle of water and Benadryl,
You're
please.
fine. Go ahead, step out. Watch your head. Yeah.
Will someone listen to me so they can write my report as to what happened?
Yeah, I mean, they can talk to them, but like I said,
But why didn't you write what I'm telling
hold on.
you?
No, because I know you called earlier about the vehicles being parked there.
Correct.
Yes. So nobody was parked in the driveway, ma'am. Everybody was on the road.
I understand, but you need to write what I called 911 for. And what I called is
But-
for the last 3 nights. They're coming in my driveway. So tonight they made the turn. I said, get out of my driveway. Don't park here.
But
And
nobody
the
was parked there.
derogatory language,
Nobody was parked there tonight, though.
when you came, nobody was parked.
Right,
When
and,
you
and that's
were
when you
there-
called. You called because somebody was parked there, but nobody was parked there.
No. I called because somebody was parked in my driveway. When I told them, they moved back, they parked on the side, and they told me, are you gonna write my report?
No, ma'am, because that's not a crime.
Do you need to go to the hospital by the fact that she has an injury on her head?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So when
At
I
some
got
point
one,
she had to have been struck her head.
Yes, thank you. And this is what I told the officers. That's why I called 911, and they disrespectfully
got there-
ignored everything I said. Please
I
let
know
me
you guys
finish,
but
sir.
when I got on scene, she was nowhere to be found.
This
She was
is
inside the
racial.
home.
They hit me, they pushed me, and I can't breathe.
have to take the precaution.
Still have to take it.
Sir,
All right, let's go. We're going to the hospital.
hold on, sir.
He
Thank you
doesn't
from
care.
my heart.
Let's
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. I'm at home. I live in a 2-floor house. I'm a homeowner, and the neighbor that I had in property where I live, he wasn't there anymore. So a bunch of people looking like gypsy. I can't call them black, but like gypsy.
stopped by my home for 3 nights in a row around the evening, and they would just park their vehicles, about 7 of them.
No, ma'am, he's asking about the injuries you say you had.
That's right, but the doctor needs to know.
The doctor doesn't
the
care
traumatic-
about the
you need
situation.
to
He
know,
cares about
doctor,
the
right?
injuries.
The injury, how it came to the injury. So they parked in front of my house for 3 nights, and I kept telling them, you can't park in front of my home because this is private property. I am the homeowner. You can only park in front.
You're not having an allergic reaction. Another thing that I can say is your pupils are kind of really small. So I don't know if you've been drinking earlier or something, or you took something.
I got
I'm not
hit.
saying,
I got assaulted.
Well, that could be, okay, the
Head
reaction
injury.
from the adrenaline.
Correct.
Okay, that could be.
No,
All right.
reaction from head injury.
But not traumatic brain injury.
Yes, it is very traumatic.
All right, doctor.
A big black man hitting me, it is traumatic.
I
And it is racial.
And it's
and
gonna be very scary.
It is non-American.
I don't know about that, but
After being medically evaluated, the woman was formally charged with criminal damage to property and simple assault. The report did not detail the exact cause for the second charge, leaving room for speculation. Still, the community believed this outcome was long overdue. The case raised questions about how mental health issues intersect with public safety, and how repeated warnings can be ignored until things go too far.